Hi there. We are back, and today is a day that I'm going to be flying both the sim and the real plane. We're going to be flying out of Tacoma Narrows to Astoria, Oregon. Should be about a 50-minute flight, 50. And I thought, let's give it a try in Flight Simulator 2024. It wasn't perfect when we did the Vision Jet yesterday, but we'll give a Cessna 172 G1000 a try. We'll depart IFR, and then we'll see. Maybe we'll transition to VFR as weather clears up. But let's give it a try. We'll try to use the EFB within Flight Simulator 2024 as much as possible and give that a little bit of a workout as well. So let's go. It's move to performance mode. Boom. And let's see. Cessna 172 KTIW. We'll be here at our home field in Tacoma. Let's go ahead and make sure that the plane is configured properly. So I'll click here. We'll click F for configure. Alright, and the variant that we want is the G1000 variant, so that we've got the two displays, the PFD and the MFD. Livery I don't care about too much. Fuel, so let's look at this. We'll go ahead and do manage mass in the EFB real quick. And if I hit back, not airplane, but I want to go to my flight planner. Here we go. So the route is going to be KTIW Tacoma Narrows, and we'll expect runway 17 today. Departure procedure, we'll do the Narrows 1. That's what we'll expect. Did I get that right? No, I didn't. Narrows 1, transition direct, change procedure. Done. Our destination is going to be KAST, that's Astoria Regional. We can expect, it says the ILS-26 via direct. Well, we'll see about that. We'll try the ILS-26 via the AST VOR, and I'll click find route. It'll probably be able to do that. Funny, it doesn't seem to have a route. Well, I have one, that's fine. We'll do the OLM, the Olympia VOR, and we'll add that, and then we'll add the, let me see if it does airways. Does it do airways? No, it doesn't. So we'll just do OLM to AST. There we go, OLM to AST. No arrival procedure, we're fine there. We'll send the route to avionics, and we'll file the plan with AST, KTW17, OLM AST, ILS-26, file plan with ATC. Done. Done and done. Alright, so we go back from route, and we look at this. Okay, now I go to aircraft. Yeah, type airplane, yeah. I'm going to hit close and see if maybe it... Okay, there we go, mass and balance. So we'll do. There's a wall of me. Okay, and cargo. Put the usual crap in the back, and we should be able to fill it all the way up. Okay, total mass 2155, so I'll get load in aircraft. The loading of my aircraft was successful. Alright, we're loaded all the way up, full fuel basically, and alright. And identification, we're going to try my call sign again. There we go. Done and done. Alright. Okay, escape, save, and back. And then here at Tacoma Narrows, instead of starting on the runway, I'm going to start on the ramp. And do we have live conditions? We're supposed to have live conditions. Now we have live conditions. VFR, I doubt it. I think it's more like MVFR, possibly IFR here in the morning, but we shall see. 12.75 gallons, that's all good. And did it say what our flight altitude was going to be? Oh, that's my bad. I forgot to get that right. Backety. Flight planner, route. We are not cruising at 10,000 feet. You can forget about that. That is absolutely not happening in a Cessna. And it lost my en route waypoints. That's really stupid. I am doing this the way I want this done. Send route to avionics. File plan with ATC. Okay, we're set, and let's begin. Now, we're going to have to see. The last time that we tried this, we were able to do a pretty good job of walking around the airplane and getting the pre-flight done, but then we lost sound for some reason when we got into the plane and started, and I will not fly this plane without sound. That is the weirdest, most, like, unsettling thing I have felt, and I won't do it. Alright, so this is the weather at Tacoma. That's what I'm talking about right now. And it's not bad. It's not bad. This is all going to burn off in a couple hours, but even if it doesn't, we know that the tops are probably about 3,800 feet, and we're going to be flying 6,000, so we're okay. So, all right, let's walk around really quick and take a look at the aircraft. Okay, I'll crouch under the wing. Good Lord. All right. And I got to do the Alt-Tab and then Alt-Tab back in so I can see my cursor, I think. There we go. All right, pulled static port cover off. I've never seen a static port cover in my life. I've seen those engine covers. Those are okay. Pull the chocks. Pull the pitot cover. What else? What other stupid crap have they put on this aircraft? They gave me a different call sign. They gave me a different tail number. I don't understand. Why can't I pick the tail number I want? Okay, take a look at the rudder. Rudder's cool. And we're going to move the elevators up and down. Nice. Aileron. That's cool. Check the flap. This doesn't move. Yeah, that's awesome. Baggage door. Look at that. Okay, close that crap. Static port looks unblocked. That's awesome. Left strut. Cool. It's not going to fall off. Nose strut. Fine. Pop a wheelie. Cool. Oh, hey, Harvey. It doesn't tell me to inspect the prop, but you should. You should also take a look and make sure the alternator belt is tightened, otherwise you're going to lose power. Ooh. Nice. I should get up on the step and I should take a look at the fuel, but I can't, so that's one of those things. You open that little door and take a look at the tire, though you can't really tell, you can't really see much. Hey, what the hell? I checked the oil, dude. You're supposed to show me a check mark. What else is it? What else do you want? Yeah, looks good. Moves all the way up and down. This don't move. Everything looks good. I like the look of the empennage. Looks really good. Why am I crouching? I don't know. Alright, so now when I turn this thing on, let me get my track IR going. Okay, track IR is good. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to fire it up. I'm hearing stuff. Awesome. Okay, good. That worked out well. Whoop-a-doop-bo. Gonna hide my yoke visibility. We're gonna take a look here. Okay. Okay, as expected, low voltage pressure, da-da-da-da. Fuel quantity looks correct. That's awesome. Turn that pitot heat off for a second, because that's... Ugh, my crap is backwards. Oh well, whatever. Okay, fuel selector to both. Throttle check. Mixture check. Forward, back. Okay, all controls are free and correct. We'll take care of pitch trim in a minute. Okay, good, that works. Alright, so let's make sure... okay, it's going to be a cold start because the oil temperature is 0, so we're going to go fuel pump on. And then 1, 2, it's a cold day, so just 2 seconds. Alright, get ready to crank. Okay, clear prop. And push mixture all the way through. And we have good light off. Starter disengaged. Pressure is good. I should have checked the flaps. I'll go ahead and check those now. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Flaps are responding. We'll go ahead and turn the pitot heat on because we know we're going to need that today. And taxi and nav lights are up. Master avionics switch. Buses 1 and 2 are a go. Cool. Alright, flaps up. 1, 2, 3. Flaps are responding. Okay, we'll range out. Pop the flight plan up here really quick and make sure that it fits what we expect. No. Frickin' thing. Good. That looks right to me. And we haven't got our clearance from ATC, so we're going to call up and ask for that first. To Tacoma traffic. Hey, what the hell? Well, let's start by getting the weather anyway.
Tacoma Airport information, Alpha 1800 Zulu. Windcom. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 5.
Clear?
Dew point tree. Altimeter tree 0,
You think so?
30.01. ILS runway 17 in use. Landing and departing runway 17. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Alpha. Tacoma Airport information, Alpha 1800 Zulu. Windcom. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 5. Dew point tree. Altimeter tree 0.
That's absolute BS. Let me see. I'm gonna pop the ZFB up for me really quick here. Woo. So I don't know why, but it didn't go to ATC, so I guess I'll file it now. Now maybe I can call ATC. Nope. Nope, I guess I can't. How do I fly IFR? If this is Pilot Edge, I'd know what to do. Well, that's fine. We're going to pretend like we're talking to ATC, and they're going to say to me, or I'm going to say this. I'm going to say, oh, what's my stupid ass call sign? Tacoma ground, November 24711. On the ground, northeast parking. Ready to copy our IFR to Astoria. November 24711. Tacoma ground, cleared to the Astoria airport. Narrows 1 departure. Then expect vectors Olympia VOR. Then is filed. Climb maintains 6,000. Departure frequency on 124.0. Correction, 124.0. Squawk 4647. Hold for release. Alright, 4647. And alt on. Clear to the Astoria airport. Narrows 1 departure, then radar vectors Olympia VOR, then as filed. Climb maintains 6,000. Departure frequency on 124.0. Squawk 4647. Hold for release. Skyhawk number 24711. 24711, read back correct. ISO number 1 for departure. Will advise 24711. Cool. Oop, let's get our mixture out just a little bit. Alright, so we got 6,000 set, and we also know that we're going to take it off runway 17. Okay, 172 is the heading for that. And Tacoma ground, Skyhawk number 24711, northeast parking, ready to taxi IFR. 24711 taxi, runway 17 via Bravo 2, then Bravo 1, then Alpha. Taxi, runway 17 via Bravo 1, then Alpha, number 24711. Cool. Alright, taxi, nav, armed, ready to go there. Let's go ahead and take off our parking brake and get going. took those chocks out. Yeah, I did. So we know we're going to have to cut through these clouds. That's why I chose 6,000, because I think the tops are at 38 based on some PyReps that I got earlier in the day. None of that is on the on the EFB here, but oh well. Let's go ahead and, while I'm thinking about it, we'll set 113.4 on our nav radio. And that's the Olympia VOR, and we'll set PFD bearing 1. Alright, and we're coming up on the runway. Let's see if we get any new communication options. We do not. There is nothing there for us. So I guess that feature doesn't work and you have to file your flight plan beforehand, but I'm not going to do that. I did all the stuff right that I needed to do, and we're just going to move on. Alright, so we got our flight plan up, we got our altitude set, we're on magenta needles, we've got the heading set for takeoff. Let's go ahead and turn the taxi lights off for a minute here. Let's get up to 1,000 RPM, don't starve the engine. Or don't starve the battery. And I suppose we'd say something like Tacoma ground, Skyhawk number 24711. Number 1 ready for departure, runway 17 IFR. Awaiting IFR release. And they'd say Skyhawk number 24711, Tacoma ground, release for departure. Clearance void if not off in 5 minutes. If not off in 5 minutes, contact Seattle departure no later than 10 minutes with your intentions. Frequency change approved. Frequency change approved. Release for departure. Frequency change approved. Clearance void if not off in 5. 24711. Alright. Landing lights on, strobe lights on, mixture full rich, and check our transponders. 4647 it is. Let's take runway 17, Tacoma traffic. Skyhawk number 24711, taking off runway 17, departure to the south, Tacoma. And bring that power back. Left turn 17. Let's do it. Alright, we've got maximum static RPM, we're good there, engine instruments are in the green, fuel flow is pegged, airspeed is alive, rotated 55, pitch for 10 degrees. Up and we have pitch. Let's hold that runway heading 172 and make sure that we're coordinated. Good, flaps are already up, don't have to mess with that. And instructions for departure, it's going to be at 1,500 feet MSL. It'll be a right turn heading 250. And today it's untowered, so we'll go ahead and just switch ourselves over to 120.4. Hey look, Seattle approach. Oh, request flight following. Oh, screw you too. So it's apparently thinking I'm VFR, but I'm not. Watch this, I'm about to go into the clouds. You try and VFR this, I dare ya. Looks like a little bit of precipitation, maybe? I gotta keep climbing here. Kinda lost my climb a little bit, I'm not trimmed out well. And that's 1,500, so we're gonna go ahead and set the heading bug to 250. Okay, we're still climbing. Making that turn for 250. And we'll go ahead and set heading mode. And FLC. Set it for an 80 knot climb so that we don't swamp the autopilot. And autopilot is on. Up we go. We'll go ahead and turn our landing and taxi lights off. Don't need those. Keep the pitot heat on because it is cold up here. Outside air temperature now is 0 degrees Celsius. Seattle approach. Skyhawk number 24711 is 2,600 feet. Climbing 6,000. Number 24711 ident. Skyhawk 24711 ident. Skyhawk 24711 Seattle approach, radar contact 20 miles north of the Olympia VOR. Climb and maintain 6,000 cleared direct Olympia VOR. Climb and maintain 6,000 cleared direct the Olympia VOR 24711. Sweet, so I'll go ahead and do en route direct OLM, enter, and press nav on the autopilot. That should be a left turn to OLM. And look at that, we're cracking out through the clouds here at about 3,200, just like the PIREP said we would. And as we come through 3,000, let's go ahead and lean it out just a little bit, make sure we're not putting too much fuel on those spark plugs. Looks like it's having a little bit of trouble establishing that turn, but not too bad. Feels good. Feels pretty good. All right. And there we go. Take a look here. Not seeing any ice. That's good. Overall, pretty happy with that. Looking at the cloud picture around us, this is what we're going to be flying into. We'll continue to climb 6,000. I don't see anything huge. It looks pretty clear above 6,000, so I'm expecting a pretty smooth flight. And no issues. Now, if I look over here on the MFD, this still kind of wigs me out. So instead of a little airplane showing which way we're going, it's just a button. It looks like a little. It almost looks like a little button you'd sew into clothes, or a token, you know, in D&D or something. And I don't know why this is. Whether it's you know, a setting that's not right, but I don't think so. Or it's a limitation. You know, I don't have GPS status set up. I can do nothing like that. But I don't get that little, you know, plane pointing the direction I'm going. It's just a directionless, contextless little circle. And if you look at the EFB, though, I do have a direction I'm going. So I don't know how to reconcile these two things in my head. It's very, very strange. Looks like it'll be a pretty nice day for our flight out to Astoria for real today, so I'm happy about that. Just a little bit of shimmy left and right here. Could be a little bit of low turbulence. It could also be my autopilot messing around. Hard to say, but it's all workable. Lean it out just a little bit more. And then once we establish at 6,000, it won't be any problem to lean out the engine, so we'll take care of that in just a second, and we'll be on our way. Chopping through this stuff. Whoop, whoop. Little bit of power reduction. Probably hitting some moist air. Not so good on the engine. Nice. Engine likes its air cold and dry. Alright, so here we are. So we're going to go ahead and pull our RPMs back to about 2450. Alright, good. Now we'll go engine, lean. We'll go ahead and start pulling this mixture back and watching the EGT go up. Keep that RPM at about 2450. Whoa. Well, there you go. I'm going to keep it about 50 degrees rich of peak, and that's about 1500 is the sweet spot. Okay, we're lean down. RPMs are a little high still. So we'll bring the throttles back. And we're burning about 10.7. That's not really quite right, but but I can live with it. All right. Turn that off. All right, and we're emptying out both tanks at a pretty good, pretty equivalent, so we can leave the fuel selector on both. No need to change to left tank or right tank. Lighter is required. Keys are in both. Master's on. Standby's on. Feeling pretty good. Olympia now in 10.5 miles. Leaving some crappy weather behind, and we'll see if there's some better weather up ahead. So what we can do is we can kind of tune into the airports along the way and monitor how things are sounding. 135725. And this also allows us to keep our altimeters calibrated correctly.
Kilo Oscar Lima, Mike automated weather observation 1900 Zulu. Wind, calm. Visibility, 10. Sky condition, 3,400 feet scattered few clouds at 4,900 feet.
That sounds more like it.
5 C's dew point. 2C altimeter tree 0229
Okay, so we got
Kilo Oscar Lima, Mike automated
3029er.
1900 Zulu. Wind, calm.
And there's a 3-degree temperature dew point spread, so that's going up, so that's going to mean the clouds are going to be burning off, and that's good. That's pretty, I like that. Ugh. What? What? I don't have any proprioception, even though I've got ultra-wide display. I can't tell my co-pilot's there, and so when I look over, it's just still really eerie to see her, like, you know, that, and especially if she's looking at me. In real life, that is not a problem. I know where my co-pilot is. It's not an issue. It just feels still a little creepy. So how's everybody doing? Okay, we got 6 miles to Olympia, and then on our way to the Astoria VOR, and we'll start figuring out, you know, descents and the approach and all that we want to do. Pick up the next weather that we need, but for the moment we can probably fire up some tunes and see what we got here. Lo-fi. We'll do some lo-fi music. That sounds like fun. Oh, it's... Why is it all locked? Alright, I'll explore Chill Hop. I'm trying to play around with my Pretzel, and I'm not having any luck right now. I wonder if it's just because there's so much streaming down from Microsoft Flight Simulator, or Pretzel is just like sucks now. I don't know. this pretzel, but I can't do it. Guys, it's crazy. Alright. Three miles to Olympia. Let's pop out the EFB and let's look at that for a second. Alright. Okay, cool. So, ground speed 116 knots. That's neat. Okay, it shows nearest airports. Show me, that's cool. What is this, I wonder? Is this glide distance, maybe? No, that's 50 nautical miles, which is definitely not my glide distance. Okay, we're flying over the top of the Olympia airport now. What else have we got? Okay, we'll turn the radar off. We know there's no precipitation, so that's fine. None of these work. I can't turn any of these on. We'll try a satellite map and see what that does. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's neat. I don't mind that. This is good if you want to, like, follow roads or something. What else we got? North up, heading up, track up, no. Obstacles, terrain highlight, friends traffic only. Okay. Mission, firefighting in shapes. I don't know what any of that means. I'm going to turn terrain highlight back on. That's kind of cool. So that's that. What's aircraft do if we're in flight? Okay, flight performance. Oh, checklists are right here. That's cool. All right, we're making a right turn, headed to the Astoria VOR. Oh, wow! Look at this. Wow, this looks pretty cool. All right, so we're in cruise mode. What's it say? Power to 2100, 2700. Yep, we're fine there. No more than 75% is recommended. Yep, elevator trim adjust. Yep, mixture lean. Yep, done, 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 and done. Boom. Okay, good. That's where checklists are. That's helpful. Flight performance. Center of gravity, 19. Forward, 15 Mach, aft, 35. So we're right between the two. We're green. We're good to go on that. Total mass, 2223. It doesn't show... Oh, look at this. Ah, this is super cool. Check this out. All right. AST, we're probably going to land runway 26. It's dry. Weather by the METAR, aircraft flaps 0. So ground roll 908 feet, and we got a 5,500 ground roll surface. I think this is total, including clearing an obstacle 50 feet. Over the arrival end of the runway. So 1567, no problem, and even if we applied the old 50% more trick from the AOPA, 50% of that would be another 750 plus that is 2300 of 5500 feet. We're still just a little over 50% of the runway's total length, so we're great. We're doing super good. We still want to make sure that we land on the runway that has the right headwinds for us, but that's pretty cool. I like this. Oh, that's takeoff. I'm an idiot. Let's try again. There we go. Runway dry, METAR manual, runway 26. No available data. Dry runway. Manual. Really? Runway 26. No available data. Bizarre. Okay, what else we got? Aircraft information, don't have that yet. Pilot book. What's this? Okay. Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. What else? Ooh. They're going to add more stuff in here. I like that. That's really cool. Alright, what else we got? Flight details. See, I said IFR. What do you mean, no transponder? Oh my gosh, a whole... This is wild. Why is this here? Okay, that's kind of fun. Fuel options. Nav log. Okay, it has all the ILS 26 points. Clipped charts. Hey, there's somebody out here. I don't know who that is. There's Astoria. I'll hit more info. There we go. Weather, the latest METAR shows. And it's this was at 1:18:55. It's about half an hour ago. 080 at 3 knots. 10 statute miles visibility, scattered at 40. There's a nice 5 temperature dew point spread. Altimeter is a little higher than where we are now, 30-30. So that's good. We do have wind from 080, so we should probably take a look at a different runway. 08 is recommended. That makes sense. 1768 by 30 meters. Why is this in meters? Are you serious? I don't have meters selected. Oh, I see. No? Why would you do that? Okay. Let's look at approaches for 08, and we'll hit FAA. There's an RNAV, GPS runway 08, which looks interesting. Let's take a look at that for a second. Apparently there's somebody out there. I don't know. So this has us coming in over the water at waypoint Ilwak. Would we want to do that? Maybe. I don't know. How about VOR runway 8? Maybe we can get a little something different there. Where's this one start from? I mean, we can basically we go to the Astoria VOR and then we go outbound and do a procedure turn back in. We can do that. It looks like that we can get down 2,600 and then we can get down to 2,000 before we come and be well below the clouds. But we barely even need this. We can just go via VFR probably sometime as we get over the Columbia River, because we're expecting clouds to break. As a matter of fact, we should look and see if there's another airport somewhere we can get some reporting on. Yeah, here's CLS, Centralia Chehalis. Let's get some info on that. Let's listen to... Really? I'm sorry, the weather frequency is not on there? Are you kidding me? Whatever. Alright. Okay, so the latest from KCLS is variable at 5 knots, 10 statute miles, few at 1,700, and broken at 3,200. So, you know, we're still in broken. It's not an overcast layer. There's a 3-degree split between dew point and temperature here. So as we go further south, it's going to get a little bit better. I'm just seeing some of the comments here. This one about my co-pilot. Yeah, I think she just wants to get home. A lot to say about Thanksgiving dinner. Okay. So, it's a good time to do our checks. Make sure we got plenty of fuel. Looks like we do. Back EGT is good. It looks like EGT is a little bit high, so let's take a look at the lean and see. 1505, that's high by about 5 degrees. One of the things the Cessna G1000 is usually, in the real one, if you're leaned out correctly, this little one will be right under the G in EGT. Just a little bit of a trick. Doesn't quite work on here, and as I've mentioned earlier, this fuel flow of 10.5 at 6,000 doesn't make sense. We should be below 9. Well, we should be below 10 anyway. 9.5, somewhere 9.5 to 9.0. or even possibly lower if we want, if we could. Temperature, pressure, and fuel flow are good. RPM is at 2440, which is just shy of 2450, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. There's plenty of volts in the battery, no amps, so nothing is being drawn that isn't being charged back, so that's super good. And we come over here and make sure everything looks as we expected. Altitude tapes at 6,000, speed is 100, TAS 108 with a ground speed of 117, that's good. We're now flying away from the OLM VOR, which means we should probably tune Astoria now that I think about it. Astoria's VOR is going to be 114.0, so I'll tune and let's see if that pops up. Yep, sure does. We got 45 miles to the Astoria VOR, and we are on a direct heading for it. Oh, what we should do is we should sync the heading bug. Click, sync. Good. All right. What else? Flight plan should always be up. That's very important. You should always have that up. Right now, we still have the ILS 26 set as our procedure. I think we've decided at this point that we don't necessarily need that. I'll hold on to it, but let's see. Let's choose a different approach. If we need an approach, I think we want something that's aligned with 08. So why don't we set the VOR DME 08, and we'll start at the Astoria VOR. And if we need it, we'll use that. Let me get the plate for that real quick. It's asking me to set the minimums, so we'll go over here. We'll press this. Approaches, not to KCLS, no. Oh, you're killing me. Astoria, more info. Then we press this, then we do the VR runway 8, and then we look at the minimums, and the circling minimums are, oh, straight into runway 8 is 720. Or the last one, 7. Oh, look at this, it says activate. Yeah, fine, I'll activate it, even though I don't really want to. There we go. We're still headed to Astoria, so it's Astoria, cross the Astoria VOR, then a procedure turn outbound 250. Let me just show you. Cross the Astoria VOR, then a procedure turn outbound 250, left turn, turn back in on heading 070, which is the final approach course. When it comes in, we'll expect, looks like it's a 10-degree difference between 070 and the runway. But we should be able to cross the VOR at 2600. And then once we're back inbound on it looks like we can go outbound 250, we can come down to 2000 when we're over the water, then inbound 070, we can begin our descent down to minimums of 720. Again, I don't think we're going to need it, but it's nice to have in case we don't have the visibility that we expected while we're out there. Okay, we got 40 miles to the Astoria VOR, so let's do some descent math on that. So we want to get down to 2600, let's call it 3000 just to make it even. We want to be above, not below any minimums, so we'll call it 3000. They tell us to cross the Astoria VOR at or above 3000. We got to lose 3000 feet. Now, it's a 3-to-1 ratio. It's 3 miles for every 1,000 feet you want to lose. You want to lose 3,000 feet, that's 9 miles. So we want to pick a point 9 miles from the Astoria VOR that we can start our descent at. So what would that be? Well, let's see. What about this guy? This little guy here. Is that too far, or maybe we start our descent at the Columbia River right here? That looks pretty good. Now, you don't see this on this EFB, but I'll try it on my own EFB. I'm just getting a distance measure. Yeah, it turns out this area right here, as we cross the Columbia River, that's the town of Napt is just on the west edge of that. That's about 11, 12 miles or so So as we cross this bay, we get this bay area here, we can start our descent down, and that's probably going to be a nice safe descent to come down to 2600. So let's take a look at that in our MFD. And I can use this. Yeah. Oh, look. And it's like, hey, top of descent should be right there. That's exactly what I said. So I love it. I'm happy about it. That's super, super cool. So then, does the vertical navigation work? It looks like it does. So if waypoint AST and we want to be down to 26, it says 2,600 feet right there. Why don't we set the VNV profile to actually be 3,000 feet? And let's see if we can. Oh God. Oh, this is such a pain. Okay. Sorry, let's try that again. Nope, I didn't do it either. Okay, now I press the button. Nope. Now I press the button. Oh, God. Kill me. So if I set this and I'd be like, yeah, they're going to tell me to cross at 3,000 feet. Enter. Okay, so it shows me a top of descent at 13 minutes. 13 minutes, we'll start our way down. We still got some good clouds. You know, it ain't wild. Let's see. Can we tune in anybody and get some more weather? Where's the weather? Not really. We're kind of out in the boonies now. Well, can we tune Astoria weather? Maybe we can hear them. 135-375. Hey, 135-375. 35.
Kilo Alpha Sierra
Hey,
Tango, automated
sweet.
weather observation 19000. Wind 035 at 6.
035.
Visibility 10. Sky condition few clouds at 4,900 feet. Temperature 7C dew point. Tree C altimeter tree
4 degree spread.
277 tree.
3027. Okay, we set our barometer or set our altimeter.
Sierra
3027.
Tango, automated weather observation 19000.
037, huh?
037 at 5. Visibility 10.
It's not bad. 037 at 5 isn't bad. What else we got? There's runway 4. That's interesting. What would that look like, I wonder? Runway 4. Can we zoom in and like see the airport? Sometimes you can do that in an EFB. You can kind of like look at the runways, you know? No? Nobody else do that? Just me? No? Okay. Well, sorry, I'm going to look at this on my own tablet, because... Hey, what the hell? Dude, runway 4 is out of service. This thing hasn't been... Are you serious? I'm sorry I can't show this to you, but on my EFB, on 4Flight, the real one, and I'm going to go to the MFD and I'm going to take a look at this, but this runway is absolutely out of service. It is not active. It has not been active. No effing way. So let me go to waypoint, airport information. Oh, God, are you serious? I'll just use the keyboard. Cast. Obviously, that's the airport that I care about. Obviously. $14.32, 08, 26, 04, 22. It says these are actually active. I swear to you they are not. Oh, wow. I guess all the clouds are back there now. Sweet. I tell you what, we're gonna go get a neutral opinion. Let's do skyvector.com. And da-da-da-da. Here we go. All right, let me see. Let's see if this is gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna try to take us to the browser. Okay, here it is. Astoria. Thanks. That's really helpful. There it is. Astoria Regional. There's runway 8 and 26, which is its reciprocal, and there's runway 14 and 32, which is its reciprocal. There is no runway 4. There used to be a runway 4. There is not a runway 4. Oh look, here's airport images. Thank you, Dave. There is runway 8 and 26, and there is 14, or oh, it used to be 13. Yeah, magnetic variation. There's what used to be runway 14. XXX. Don't use that runway. All right, I think I've warned everybody enough. Don't trust what you see in your FS 2024 EFB, especially not for real-world flying. And thank you, Haviland, for the confirm. Runway 4 does not exist. We will land runway 08, and that is how it is going to be. All right. So, if we want to do VFR acciones, then we would want to get down to a cruising altitude of, we'll keep it at the 5s. We'll come down to about 2,500 to cross the Columbia. As we come down, we'll get onto the other side of the Columbia at 2,500, and then we'll set up for runway 8. I'm just drawing this on my own EFB because I can do that because I'm the colonel. Cross. How do I want to do this? How do I fly again? I think we'd have to cross and come back in. Do the usual teardrop bullshit. So, I think we will try for a VFR approach. Now, we don't have to do anything special with our friends at Seattle Center because they didn't know we were on an IFR flight plan to begin with. So I'll go ahead and cancel IFR by setting my transponder to VFR, squawking 1200. And then we will start down to an altitude of 2,500. In how long? In 6 minutes. It's getting bumpy up here. You doing okay? Yeah, you're doing okay. And let's pop our head up. Alright, so here's this bay that we can see, and the town of Napt is right there. Astoria is on the other side. As a matter of fact, there might be a... Nope, that's just dust on the windscreen. Come on, Charles. Is that actually on my monitor? No. So real you want to clean your own monitor. Okay, anyway. So up ahead, we've got the inlet here on the Columbia. I wonder if that's Dismal Niche. No, Dismal Niche is a little bit further down this way where the bridge is. You can't see the bridge yet, but let me just zoom in and see if we can see the Astoria Bridge. No, we can't. But what I'll do is I'll continue this way, and maybe we can see it as we come in. And I'm gonna go over the airfield, runway 8, and then I go over the airfield, runway 8. We're gonna teardrop around to the left to descend to pattern altitude, and pattern altitude is 1,000 feet. And then set up left traffic, runway 8. So that's how it's going to be. We've got the weather, so we're set there. We are about 7 miles from our descent point. problemo. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Working on a better zoom function here. Whoa. There. Alright, 17 miles to the Astoria VOR, which is right over top of, thank you, Havlin. You can see those X's. They've been there for a while, I suspect. I think runway 4 has been closed down for quite some time. Why that shows as a valid runway, I don't know. I, even for emergency purposes, don't do it. You know, that hasn't been kept up. It's potholes, you're gonna bend a strut, you're gonna... God knows what you're gonna do. Big spikes sticking out of the ground, I don't know. We just don't land on the X's, you just don't do it. Okay, 16 miles to go, and top of descent now, 3 minutes. I'll tell you what we're going to do now. I'll tell you what we're going to do now. Or how does that go? I know y'all know what we're going to do now. Descent. Alright. So the checklist says power as desired. For a power descent, for a cruise descent, we want about 2100 RPM. Oh, what's this do? Look at. Oh, it doesn't work with track IR, but that's cool. Mixture, full rich for idle. Yes, that's important. Set the altimeter to the correct value. We've already done that. I'll go ahead and boop, done. Oh, standby altimeter. We want to set it to 3027. I think it keeps these synced up. Yep, they're synced up. Boop, done. Check our fuel selector valve. Is it both? It is. Boop. Flaps as desired. Nope, we're keeping those up. Boop. And then power and mixture we will handle on our way down. 2 minutes to go. I guess I could look at this. You can actually use it right here. That's kind of cool. Tonight when I chase the dragon, the water may change to cherry wine. All right. Okay. Aha. Astoria Bridge in sight. Yes, it is. Look at that. There it is. And it's actually got the risers on the Washington side, then the flat as expected, and then the risers on the Oregon side. Very, very cool. And if I don't miss my guess, that is the Astoria Airport right there. All right. Let's see if when we go over the airport we can see the X's. Easy now. Alright, and we are over the bay. Top of descent shows 56 seconds from now, but we'll go ahead and start down, and I'll just start with a bit of an abbreviated... let's see. Oh, I got that set to 3,000? Nah, I'll go ahead and come on down to 2,500. I'll go ahead and hit vertical speed mode, and then down 600 feet per minute, which is a comfortable speed. And as we go, we're going to go ahead and bring our RPMs back to 2,100. Alright, there we go. RPMs are where we want. We're going to push that mixture all the way rich, because we know we're coming down. So I'm going to go ding, ding, descent done. We'll move on to the before landing checklist. Fuel selector valve both, mixture rich, and landing and taxi lights on. So let's check that out. We'll do our Florida door checks. Both. Fuel shutoff is in, mixture is rich, flaps are up. And look over to the right here. Yep, flaps are up. Standby altimeter is set. ADI looks good. Let's go ahead and get our lights on. Boom, all done there. Keys in both, master is on. And go over here and check our fuel status. We got, looks like more than 40 gallons. We're doing really good. Okay, you got your seatbelt on? You got your seatbelt on. All right. Before landing checks are complete. I'm not turning autopilot off. Screw you. Okay, our descent rate is looking good, 600 feet a minute. Ground speed still 116, so it's a nice smooth cruise descent. We're not slowing down. We don't need to slow down. Not until we get and as usual, we get more viewers as we get close to landing. I don't know how it works, but I love it. So again, there's that Astoria bridge. We'll zoom in and see if we can get any more detail. Yeah, I love that. Look at that. That's very, very cool. Right there, I think it's Dismal Niche. It's got the pilings that it's on right there. That's pretty slick. There's the other bridge. So once you get here, you can cross the bridge and then get onto the peninsula. And the airport itself is on the peninsula. I think it's right, well, it's one of these suckers. We'll figure it out. Alright, down we come. A little more gas wouldn't hurt. And since we are not talking to air traffic control, we might as well talk to our friends at Astoria, 122.8. I can't wait until they get official support for the Octavi IFR1. That'll sure be nice. Okay, 122.8, we are tuned in. Nearest airport list, Astoria Regional. Select a runway for landing. Runway 8. Announce full stop landing and position.
Kilo Alpha Sierra Tango Traffic Cessna, November 247, 116 miles, northeast 4,200 feet, inbound to land runway 8.
I don't think there's anybody else out here right now. The EFB can tell us if there's actually any other traffic in the area, so that's kind of fun. So I'll go back to Flight Planner, I'll go back, zoom out. Here we are, making our way in. Nobody else within a 50 nautical mile range, so that's fine. Peek my head out. Yep, overflying the bridge over there. Excuse me. Pretty cool. Stick my head out. Oh yeah, look, there's the bridge. All right, so there's the airport itself. It actually goes right up to the water, and I see XXXXX. Do you see XXX? I sure do. Ding 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 ding. Yep, there is no runway 4. So keep that in mind, folks. The sim will lie to you. Also, it resets your eye point if you use the right-click trick, so be careful about that too. Be careful about a lot of things. Don't do drugs. It's really nice though. Good weather. Everything is just nice and crisp, like Santana Champ. Okay, we're coming down to 2,500. And you can see here the G1000, we're overflying the runway. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the autopilot now to heading mode. And we don't need the proc, so I'm going to go menu and proc. No. Fine, I'll do FPL. Let me just do this because it's bugging me. Clear. Yes. Goodbye. And I'll go ahead and just hit direct runway 8. Boom, boom. That's easy. And we'll zoom the MFD in. Really, really close range. Oh, look at the MFD. The MFD. Oh, God. Yeah, the MFD shows X's as well. Why am I harping on this? Because it's important. That's why. Alright, autopilot's off. We'll go ahead and bring our RPMs down. As we overfly the airport, we're going to go left turn around. coming down at a very, very, very steep angle. Let's even that out a little bit. Thank you very much. And we're going to set our altimeter bug for 1,000. We're going to set our heading bug for 080. Pop a wing up there. Okay, good. I'm going to give it a nice steep turn. And we're heading for 90 knots, which is really good. That's what we're looking for. Okay, got 500 feet to go, and we're prepped to enter the left 45. So we're going to fly right for the airfield. Go ahead and bring that RPM back to 1500 and try to hold a constant heading here. And there's runway 8. Astoria traffic, Skyhawk number 24711 is entering the left downwind runway 08, full stop Astoria. Okay, we're going to turn the reciprocal of 08. I'm going to put that right behind us. And we look over, should see the numbers. There they are. Pop flaps 10. And get us about 1500 RPM. Give it a turn and a half of trim. And we're looking for. Would you just? There we go. I feel really short. And we're going to go flaps 2 as we go into base. Astoria traffic, Skyhawk number 24711, turning left base. Oh, shoot, this is right traffic. Oh, what a terrible mistake. I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and go up and out. Yeah, that's right traffic. That's really stupid. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly out this way. And Astoria traffic number 24711 is just it's just north of the approach end of runway 8 and resetting up for left traffic, runway 08, full stop Astoria. And we will say nothing more about that. Yeah, I know. Just give me a second. I got this. Alright. Set up for the left 45 runway 8. All right. And Astoria traffic, Skyhawk number 24711 is on the left 45, runway 8, Astoria. And we're going to go ahead and turn downwind. Just a little bit of... And put runway 8 behind us. Now it's going to be left turns because it's left traffic, because that's the law. We're pretty tight in here. Wind is from 034, so it's actually going to be pushing us toward the runway a little bit. So I'm going to offset just a touch. And we're going to go flaps 10. We've done our pre-landing checks, so we know we're good there. It's got Port of Astoria right there. I'm just trying to make up for my crappy entry. Alright, it's off our side. We offset pretty well. I think we're good now. So let's roll back in. And flaps 2. Astoria traffic, Skyhawk number 24711 is on the left base, runway 8, full stop, Astoria.
500.
Okay, got 8 in sight. And we're going to turn final now. Astoria traffic, Skyhawk number 24711, turn and final runway 8, full stop, Astoria. Nice, red over white. I overshot just a little bit, but that's okay. God, why am I having so much problems here? There we go. There we go, that feels better. Alright, down we come, and flaps 30. Trim it out. Okay, we're a little bit slow. We'll go point our nose. 61. Sync rate's good. Just a little slow. So I'm going to wait just a second before cutting the engine. There we go. And line up left. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell? What was that about? That feels like a crosswind problem. I mean, obviously it's a Charles, obviously Charles can't fly problem, but that was absolutely bizarre. Could have come down hard on one main, possibly. Could have picked up a gust. I don't really know. That didn't feel quite right. One of the things that happened that was really strange was as power came back out, my nose shifted right and right and right and right. So I had to put in a ton of left rudder to be able to line up with the center line, and that didn't feel right at all to me. Something similar happened in Flight Simulator 2020 with the Phenom 100. Is once I went zero on the throttles, I went full idle as I was landing, I would start to offset from the center line. It's as if some invisible hand was just pushing me off the runway, and it's possible that that's actually an inertial force from a crosswind that I was overcoming without realizing it. But boy, that came in big time today, and didn't even realize what was happening. Alright, where's the pilot's lounge? Let's get the landing lights off. Let's get the pitot heat off. And let's make sure... Astoria traffic. Cessna 24711 is clear runway 8, crossing runway 32, taxi parking, Astoria. Get off the runways as fast as you can. I want to say, I see Airwolf right there. We're going to Airwolf, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Sounded like an airplane coming in or something. Yeah, we'll get nice and cozy with Airwolf. Tuck in right there. Are you a fan too, Chet? Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna be cool. Secret CIA helicopter man. Alright, pull that parking brake. Shut off this crap. And pull the mixture. Keys off. Batteries off. Switch fuel to left. Door. Ah. Yeah, okay. Alright. We are here, we are set. We are going to put chocks under our aircraft. Right? Are we putting chocks under the aircraft? Is that not what we do around here? Where does the chocks go? Chocks go here? Well, that just makes me mad. Alright, I'll go over here then. Yeah, I thought there was a little place where you put the chocks. Oh, fine. I'll check the tie-down ring. No, tie-down! You can't tie it down either. Well, what am I supposed to do? Anyway, this is a pretty cool chopper. I'm gonna come check this out. Open. Oh. Fine. I'll just come back to my airplane, which I own, and not the CIA. Well, it looks like a good day to go to Astoria. I'm pretty happy with the flight. I was very disappointed in my performance in joining left traffic for 0A. That's what I was supposed to do. But otherwise, pretty good prep. EFB's pretty quirky. Wasn't able to do an IFR flight. That was weird. Definitely some weirdness around the references for both the MFD and the EFB on runways. So these are all things to watch out for. But otherwise, it's proceeding well. I guess the real weirdness was that really weird performance on landing. That was very strange. Didn't like that. So I'll be thinking about what that might be and altering my behavior accordingly. But can't beat the view, can't beat the graphics. It's absolutely beautiful, just as a flying game should be. So that I can't complain about. I have got another hour until we're supposed to grab the real plane and go to Astoria, so I will be back with you all with some video from that trip a little later on down the road this weekend. Hope you all have a pleasant weekend.